Greetings, and welcome to the Library of Deep Knowledge. I am Naho the Storyteller, and I have a tale to tell you. Today we are continuing the tale of Tokyo Necro, where, when we last left off, Kiriri's route came out full swing, and everything changed. Wild, you're here, right?
I'm clocked in.
Okay. Is Momo here yet?
No.
Well then. Small library crew today. Crystal will attempt to join us for the last half hour or so. Connie is unavailable. Monkey Bro is still in the Philippines. I don't know where Eva is. Well, I also don't want to just start right away, immediately. Because
You were very punctual. I was surprised you were alive the second I joined. I was like, "Oh shit! I'm not. I can't interrupt this."
yeah, I'm trying to be punctual. And I just no. Live on stream's not the time to complain. Um, but yeah, Tokyo Necro. Milgram is dead.
Again.
Again. The military police has completely taken over. Soun is fading. And Ethica really hates her dad.
Because for some reason her dad decided to do weird sex shit.
Oh, right, the whole Sophia thing. That's right. That none of us were comfortable with, and so we completely skipped. We got the gist of it, and we're like, yeah, no, we don't need this. Juichiro is completely out of the picture. Momo, there you are.
Hi.
We were waiting
I was
for
still
you.
doing some stuff. Yeah, I just got back to my PC.
All right, well, welcome, and glad you could join us. It's just us three today, it looks like.
Oh, what about Eva?
That is always the question.
I thought you knew, and then I was like, oh wait, and I bro, words. I'm so bad with words today.
Momo, you weren't here last week, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we need to very much explain what's going on in the story. Right, Wild?
Yeah.
Okay, so, everything that happened after the Tokyo Mega Float got invaded, forget what you knew, Momo, because everything changed.
Okay, so my head is empty.
Ethica was able to get the vial of Scavenger to Sophia, and she was able to put that into the main water supply for the Tokyo Mega Float. That killed the live material completely, so there's no living dead material.
Oh, okay.
Soun then, without control of his own body, shot Sophia And then the military
Oh.
police showed up.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Oh.
Led by Ethika's dad, Hokoyasu.
Oh.
Soun was able to play it as if he didn't shoot her. And she was taken away, ostensibly for medical attention. Everyone except Ethika left on the airship. Ethika stayed behind. Cut forward an indeterminate amount of time. Soun's mind is fading. Because he is a living dead, after all. And he is on a mission with Mitsumin at the frozen Tokyo Tower. At the top is Tokitaka. Soun is fully under the control of the military police because Hokuyasu is the one who brought him back. And you do know that, the necromancer has full control over their living dead servants. A gunfight happens at the top of Tokyo Tower. Tokitaka is dead.
Oh. Oh.
Ethika is approached by Olga, who has a name, and who has a real name, which is Rorschach.
Oh.
And the two of them are ostensibly going to try to take on the military police, who have completely taken over Tokyo. The fortress is gone because Hokuyasu's assault was a success. The megafloat is gone, so really the military police are the only power left. Soun does their bidding because he's under their control, but also Iria's there, and he still has some feelings for her left, but even those are slowly fading away. Sophia and Yamanuma were captured. Yamanuma was killed and brought back to life as a living dead at some point. So he's also under the control of the military police. And Sophia was tortured. Things aren't going well, and I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm worried.
The only person who's unaccounted for is Konsu, actually, now that I think about it.
Still worried.
The torture sequence was incredibly uncomfortable, and we skipped it because no one wanted to see it.
I was about to say I'm glad I wasn't there because I'm really bad with scenes like that. Oh.
Alright, if I remember correctly, Rorschach and Ethika are still talking? No. No, that had just ended then. Ah, yes, we learned a lot about Rorschach. So, immortal as a result of human experimentation. She's over 200 years old.
Oh. And still pretty.
Yeah, she hasn't aged a day since that bullshit happened to her.
Oh.
Alright. I make my way across the city using one of the military police's gray chameleons. Its interior isn't particularly different from the one we used at the agency. Owing to the temporary authorization granted me by the military police, I can greatly exceed the permitted speed limit as I move over rows of cars and hurry toward my destination in manual driving mode. Oh, living dead stalkers don't exist anymore. It's been completely abolished.
Oh, okay.
Before I can reach the Gijo Living Dead Stalker Agency, I spot Mitsumi, no doubt on her way home.
Quite the welcome, I see.
We have a new mission.
No rest for the wicked, I suppose. Who is it?
Kibanohara Ethica. Mitsumi's expression tenses up as I utter the name. I open the door of the Grey Chameleon and continue onward once she's climbed in. We pull onto the Shuto Expressway and make for the east. After allowing the auto driver to take over, I start checking my gear within the gently rocking vehicle. Mitsumi grips the hilt of Shoshimaru, looking restless.
Is it really Kibanohara?
Yes. The on-site investigation revealed that she also helped with securing those stolen security bots for Tokitaka. Most of the jobs we've been handling as of late have involved living dead stalkers that took to crime after losing their license. Tokitaka's case was no different.
Didn't Major General Kibanohara love his daughter?
Love. Ethica and Major General Kibanohara. I had the impression that they were always at odds with each other, but to be perfectly honest, I don't know exactly what their relationship was like. I'm not sure.
Forgive me.
I don't fully understand why Mitsumi is apologizing to me, and I no longer possess the capability to discern her feelings. I wonder, was that something I could do when I was still alive? We arrive at the old Odaiba district. During the day, the elderly disposal zone draws quite the crowd, but the streets at night tend to be mostly deserted. The district is also fairly cold, in part due to the scarce number of hot pipes in the area.
She wants us to meet her in person? Are you sure about this?
I know what she's like. I don't blame Mitsumi for suspecting a trap. Most people would either hide or set up an ambush. But if Ethica's called us out here, she's not going to do anything of the sort. She prefers things to be simple and straightforward, and won't hesitate to meet her opponents head-on. The soft hiss of the seaside breeze murmurs in my ear. I spot the outline of a person near the shore. Bright red hair, and an X-brain on her head. Wearing a bulletproof coat, she wields her trusty custom AA-24.
She's nothing if not predictable.
Mitsumi steps forward with confident movements. Mitsumi, let me handle them.
No,
She shakes her head.
I won't allow you to carry yet another painful burden.
A painful burden? Am I even still capable of feeling such things? I'm not sure.
Kibanohara Efika, I do not know what motivates you to rebel, nor do I care to find out.
Rebel.
Rebel, I do not know what motivates you to rebel, nor do I care to find out. But I have a reason to defeat you.
Mitsumi readies Shoshimaru, preparing to take on her foe fair and square. Her opponent, too, has her finger glued to the trigger of her automatic shotgun.
Whoa!
Sorry.
I can't
I
feel
know.
out. So,
I know.
yeah, that's the thing.
Mitsumi darts forward with a resounding war cry, which should actually sound more like.
Yeah, if I do that, I'll.
Then
Yeah.
bad things happen.
Yep.
Her command of the battlefield is remarkable. In her mind, she's already several steps ahead of her opponent. The custom AA-24 never even gets a chance to fire a shot. Mitsumi's blade strikes the heart of her ill-fated foe. A spray of dark blood flies up into the air, followed by the deactivation of the high-density hologram that was projected over the assailant's features. The failed disguise reveals a face as pale as moonlight, belonging to a woman, a living dead, that looks nothing like Ethica. Mitsumi, however, does not falter. Her steady blade slices the woman clean in half.
Have we been set up?
If it was Ethica that called us out here, she'd meet us head-on without resorting to underhanded tricks. She's not the type to set up elaborate traps like this. It wasn't Ethica who called us here. Mitsumi, we've got backup!
Back up?
A group of men in military police uniforms file out from within the abandoned containers lining the docks. They fix their assault rifles on the corpse lying collapsed on the ground.
You didn't mention anything about.
A single gunshot rings out in the night. It came from me, and it hit Mitsumi. The impact of the shot sends Mitsumi to the ground, staining her bodysuit red with blood. Meanwhile, my aim remains fixed on her. I can easily kill her from this range. All I have to do now is await my ex-brain's instructions.
Oh, I get it.
That's all Mitsumi can muster up as she stares down the barrel of my re-eliminator.
I must have outlived my usefulness.
Ethica was never in the equation to begin with. I'm simply obeying the orders of my master, Major General Kibanohara. That's the only thing determining my actions.
If you're the one that pulls the trigger, I can die happy.
I only shoot criminals. Tokitaka said that right before I killed him. I've been ordered to take out Mitsumi. Major General Kibanohara is the law of the land, and if the law says she is a criminal, I must eliminate her. But my finger won't pull the trigger. It continues to tremble, refusing to obey my will. I don't understand any of this. Not myself, nor Mitsumi. My ex-brain always shows me the correct path to take, but right now it's as silent as the night itself. I know what I must do to fulfill my master's command, and yet my body will simply not budge. My inaction provides Mitsumi with an opening, and it's not one she's willing to let slip by. She trips me and leaps to her feet, swinging Shoshimaru. My re-eliminators get knocked out of my hands as I tumble to the ground. Mitsumi's blade slices my visor open, exposing my face. Our naked eyes meet. All she needs to do is deliver a quick thrust with Shoshimaru in order to completely destroy my brain. And I have no doubts in my mind that that is exactly what she'll do. Yet Mitsumi does not re-eliminate me. The military police officers surrounding the area finally react to what's going on. Their muzzle flashes illuminate the night. Mitsumi makes a split-second decision, and it's the correct one. She leaves me on the ground without delivering a finishing blow, running to the shore. Without hesitation, she throws herself into the freezing waters below. The rifle barrage from the policemen continues as I hear the splash of waves. Their bullets, however, lose all momentum upon reaching the surface of the water. Mitsumi has kept her augmentations to a minimum, meaning she won't get pulled down by the extra weight and should be able to rise back up to the surface. But she doesn't. Before long, a new order arrives, prompting the military police squad to cease firing and return to their stations. I couldn't carry out Major General Kibanohara's orders. The mission was a failure. As the gunfire dies down, leaving only the seaside silence in its wake, I see the lingering traces of Mitsumi's freshly spilled blood melting into the dark waves. I allow the dusky red blood dripping from my hands to mix in with hers. Yet, whatever meaning this act carries, I no longer understand it. And I don't think I ever will.
Come on now, don't be like that. At least try to enjoy our little drive. Oh, is that Etika then now?
Yep.
The other one? Oh, shut it.
You know what? Wild.
Yeah.
You want to take Ethica? Just so that Momo can have...
Why the hell not?
Alright.
Exciting.
Oh, shut it. Gripping the steering wheel of the Coelacanth, I drive down the midnight streets of Tokyo as Rorschach talks to me from the passenger seat. Man, it's been a while since I've had such a shitty time driving. Why did I even agree to this? If what Kurishima Michi has said is true and the personality of Aso Yukari, Kitty's mom, really is inside Sori Ayaka, then what am I supposed to do? What should I ask her? I'm still not sure. But I have a really bad feeling about it.
There's no need for you to get all strung up. I'm doing this to earn your trust. I won't force you to return the favor or anything like that.
Way to put pressure on me. Jesus.
Oh, are you the type to worry about these things?
I told you to shut it!
You need to turn right there.
I know! Son of a bitch. It really has been a while since I've had such a shitty time driving. I turn the wheel and make for the hyper ghetto. It's not exactly the most welcoming area of the city to visit even during the day. That's doubly true after nightfall. I make extra sure that the perimeter is clear before stopping the car in front of the snowbound Nirvana. After passing through multiple security checks, we step into the interior of the store. The inside of the store is like a sauna, even more so than usual. It feels like every single computer in here is running at full force. Sitting in the middle of the room is its humble owner, furiously clacking away at her mechanical keyboard while drooling onto her knees. Listen up, you masochistic pig!
I see you two get along well.
Africa.
Rorschach. Did that go through?
Yeah, but it wasn't
Oh,
your line.
it's her.
Oh, I
My
thought
bad.
I didn't know you. I thought you knew it was still Momo.
Uh,
Oh, Rorschach.
Sue seems to have known her real name. Guess the two are already acquainted. I ended up raising my voice higher than usual as a way to hide how nervous I am. My gaze settles on the nearby workbench. Is this what I think it is?
Yes. That's... sorry, Ayuka.
It's a mishmash of computer parts with a micro miniature holographic cube hooked up to an integrated circuit. It's got a whole bunch of cords connected to it, and while I know Sue loves this kind of stuff, to me it just looks like a literal pile of junk. And that's putting it mildly. The holographic cube in the middle emits only a faint light.
Oh yeah, Momo. You remember how the first time Hokuyasu assaulted the fortress, Ayuka showed up, he hesitated, and then he got gunned down?
Yeah?
No hesitation, he shot her in the face.
Oh, okay.
Well, a little
What
bit of
the fuck?
a little bit of hesitation, but he did still shoot her in
Oh.
the face.
Oh my gosh.
That's why this is all that's left.
Sorry, Ayuka used to live at the fortress with Iria. However, when the military police seized the facility, she was destroyed by Kibanohara Hokoyasu. It wasn't easy sneaking in there to collect her remains, I'll have you know.
If what she says is true, that means this heap of junk in front of us is one of the most important pieces of machinery in human history. Actually, that last part doesn't really matter at this point. Sue, do you still have that tape?
I do, yes.
Oh, Ayuka, huh?
There will be no need to view it again.
I need to know what this sounds like.
見返す必要はありません。
Okay, it's exactly what I thought. It's her voice coming from a speaker.
The synthetic voice that speaks up is tainted by static, but there's a palpable kindness to its tone. It genuinely catches me by surprise. The waves of the CRT monitor change in accordance to her every word. They must be the color of her soul. I find myself gripped by a peculiar emotion. Are you Sori Ayaka?
I am. And you must be Kibanohara Efika, correct?
You know me?
I do. Ever since you were born.
Wait, did I just hear that correctly? I could feel my heart rate escalate. God, this isn't like me. Why am I feeling so restless?
Oh yeah, Ethica didn't meet Ayuka in Konsu's route, did she?
Mm-mm.
My attention is involuntarily drawn to the rainbow-hued lights on the monitor. However, their fluctuations are growing weaker and weaker, almost like they could go out any second now.
We don't have much time. Once her consciousness fades, it'll be gone for good. Keep talking to her.
I'm begging you, Asa Yukari. Tell me about my birth. Please. I end up surprising even myself. Why am I so desperate to learn the truth?
It has been a while since anyone has called me by that name. Very well. Perhaps the very reason I am here now is to convey this to you. You'll have to forgive me if I falter. It all happened so many years ago. I'll try to cover everything as quickly as I can.
I used to think this kind of stuff was better left buried in the past. Hell, I'm probably about to learn something potentially life-changing. I could feel it in my bones. But I've already come this far. There's no way in hell I'm turning back now.
I first met Hokayasu at the University of Tokyo's research lab. At the time, the First Sino-American War had him frequently travel between Japan and Southeast Asia. In order to better understand and combat the sudden new threat posed by necromancy, the help of the university was indispensable. I was conducting research into Lemure's gas at the time.
Lemur's gas, huh? The mini plant attached to the back of the Sagittarius that attacked the Tokyo megafloat was filled with the thing, too.
We believed that developing a chemical weapon capable of instantaneously transforming a large number of corpses into the living dead would rapidly turn the war in our favor. I met Hokoyasu face to face when he came to visit the lab as well. I met Hokoyasu face to face when he came to visit the lab as part of an inspection. And it was then that I fell in love with him.
I doubt my own ears. Having sensed my shock, she probably continues.
Back in those days, Hokoyasu was not the man he is now. He used to be kind and caring to a fault. I took every opportunity to talk to him whenever he returned to Tokyo, going so far as to exploit my position as a researcher. We would spend many an occasion walking around the Shinobasu pond. I knew how much the war had exhausted him, and did my best to ease his burden. Hokoyasu was very much aware of how I felt about him, but he never reciprocated my feelings. You see, he was already in love with someone else.
Seriously? The old man was in love? Is he even capable of that? Well, maybe he was. A long time ago. Before those feelings died out from him for good.
Yet Hokoyasu knew that his love would never bear fruit. After all, the person he loved was already taken.
Oof.
It was a love triangle. Both he and I were stuck in the same predicament. Tragically, the person Hokoyasu was in love with ended up dying.
The speaker I've been hearing her voice through begins to pop and crackle. The wave signal on the display starts to weaken, threatening to go out any second. I know I'm gonna regret hearing her out. Still. Hang in there, Yukari!
Hokoyasu. I was able to bear Hokoyasu's child, and that was enough for me.
I end up only hearing the last part. You're still turning back now. Yukari, was the child you gave birth to...
Yes, it was Kibanohara Efika.
Wait, so does that mean Ethica and Kiriri are half siblings?
It could be worse.
Yeah? You?
And with that, her voice is unceremoniously cut off. When I finally regain my senses, I'm sitting down on the sofa with a blanket covering me.
I wonder who Hokuyasu loved that was already taken.
I'm also trembling all over.
Here.
Sue hands me a cup of Chinese tea. Its gentle, subdued aroma helps calm my nerves. As the ripples running along the surface of the tea gradually settle down, I direct my gaze at the heap of junk still laid out on the workbench. Until just a short while ago, that thing was Sorayaka, or rather, Aso Yukari. Person who gave birth to me. My mom. I almost can't believe it. This all feels like a bad dream. It really makes me wonder when I'll suddenly wake up. God, why did I have to go and listen to her story? It's like I just opened Pandora's box.
Tokyo's power structure has undergone some radical changes within a short period of time. Needless to say, that came with a considerable amount of additional work for the military police. Kiriri, too, has been swamped with duties. In fact, this is her first time going home in a week. The military police headquarters is as busy as ever. However, there seems to be a growing exhaustion among officers, which is probably why the entire floor feels less and less lively as the days go by. It's an unfortunate state of affairs, but Kiriri knows she's part of the problem, too. Mentally reprimanding herself, she makes her way down the escalator. Aso Kiriri respects Kibanohara Hokuyasu a great deal. The Empire Energy Corp does not concern itself with Tokyo. Having set their sights on the outside world, they would readily sacrifice the city in order to complete their Tokyo Rebirth project. It is essentially their ultimate objective. Which is why the military police, according to Hokuyasu's point of view, must sidestep the toothless Tokyo administration and take matters into their own hands in order to reclaim the city's sovereignty. Pragmatically speaking, it's the correct path to take. Hokuyasu has so far carried out his plans with a fearsome level of calculated efficiency. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, as the saying goes. He kept a close eye on Milgram to learn his objectives, intentionally allowing him to weave his schemes. The military police's occupation of the fortress was carefully timed to coincide with the attack on the Empire Energy Corp. Okuyasu made use of the political scandals that Amachi Juichiro had kept to himself as bargaining chips, and exerted his influence over the government too. Once the military police gains control of the central geothermal power plant, the entire city will practically be at their beck and call.
And that's why he was torturing Sophia, because she had a password needed for that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Which is precisely why Sophia Kawarazaki is a key player in all this.
Major Asu.
Hearing her name spoken out loud so abruptly startles Kiriri.
Oh, Captain Nagisa, you scared the daylights out of me. Well, I just thought you looked so tired. I figured I'd try to cheer you up a little. Sorry if I went too far.
Kiriri heaves an exhausted sigh, but her expression soon loosens up. She then takes Kazuma's hand.
Thank you, Kazuma.
Hey, don't call me that here. We're still at...
Weren't you going to cheer me up?
Okay, fine. Just let go of my hand. People are looking at us.
What should we have for dinner?
Booze.
You didn't hesitate a second there.
I know a great place in Asakusa. They have a type of sake called Kori... Korizakura? That's actually made with real rice. Okay, fine. We'll go there. Oh, let me drink something. Quick.
Still holding on to Kazuma's hand, Kiriri hails for a taxi. When it arrives, they both get in.
Hey, Kiri?
Yes, Captain?
Come on, you don't have to be that formal with me now. We're alone anyway.
Oh, okay.
Also, your hand. Huh? Oh!
Flustered, Kiriri finally lets go of Kazuma's hand. After all, they no longer have to keep pretending.
Sorry.
Don't sweat it. But you should really think... but you should really do that with a person you're genuinely in love with.
Huh? Oh, come on. You know there's...
No one like that. She couldn't finish her sentence. If she had, Kiriri fears it might have become the truth. The self-driving public taxi takes them not to Asakusa, but the Ikebukuro CPC. The howl of a slumdog can be heard in the distance. They're capable of using their synthetic voices to convey information to other nearby units, even in areas hit by electronic jamming. This is a crime-ridden area run by the Malacca gang. Most people know better than to come here. However, showing off such an overt sign of the military police's presence means even the gang will think twice before interfering. That makes the place ideal for having a private conversation. Kiriri finally hands Kazuma the bag she's been carrying.
Thank you for this.
So, they found her?
Yes, near the elevator.
Inside the bag is the camouflage material that Kazuma prepared for her.
Tough luck, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you gonna continue? I mean, I really think you should stop.
Kiriri shakes her head in response to Kazuma's warning.
I'm grateful for your help, Kazuma. But you don't have to keep being involved with this. From now on, I'll handle things on my own.
Oh, come on. You know that's not what I meant.
Kazuma scratches the back of her head, looking visibly agitated.
Listen, Kiriri. Why even do all this? I know you're a favorite of the Major General. He even raised you as his own. But you're starting to really push your luck now. There's really no need for you to take all... One second. There's really no need for you to take all these risks. Or what? Are you trying to play the hero?
Is that what it looks like?
Sometimes, yeah.
Kiriri knows Kazuma wouldn't lie to her. The two have known each other since their days at the Higashi Nakano Military Police Academy. They've always been able to confide in each other without reservations. Kiriri reaches into her pocket and produces a small bottle of flavor capsules. She takes a good, hard look at it before speaking up.
Mom once told me to always be there for Major General Kibanohara.
What do you mean? The Major General doesn't exactly seem like the kind of person who would need that.
He locked away his emotions and sacrificed everything for the sake of his ideals. all in order to set Tokyo on the right path. But can he really do that?
Are you doubting the Major General?
I'm not sure. But I want him to be a good person. After all, he's like a father to me.
What about Efika then?
Huh?
Is she your little sister? Or maybe...
Kiriri offers no answer. She falls completely silent. Perhaps this is her way of evading the question.
Listen, Kiriri. I'm not gonna say this again, but you take Efika seriously for a change.
But I always do. I've given things some serious thought, which is why...
You don't have to be that serious about it.
Kazuma's tone is uncharacteristically flippant.
Efika used to be all over the place, but she's like a stick in the mud now. So now you've gotta let loose.
But...
Kiriri isn't backing down. It's almost like she's trying to come up with an excuse.
she doesn't want me to.
You know very well what she does and doesn't want. I mean, aren't you sisters?
Kazuma has her figured out. She knows exactly what it is that Kiriri wants to avoid talking about at all costs. After dropping off Kazuma, Kiriri makes for her home in Ueno. Being up to her neck in tasks, she would usually continue working even in the taxi. But for some reason, today is different. She has her konri open on some documents that still need to be looked over, but her gaze is glued to the moving neon scenery beyond the window. She remembers getting on the gunship as the Tokyo megafloat continued to sink, as well as the longing, desperate look her childhood friend gave her. She's always felt Ithaca's affection toward her. But at the same time, Kiriri knew she tried her best not to make things too overt. If they crossed that line without being genuinely earnest about it, it would only make them both unhappy. So she kept telling herself that things were fine the way they were, that they should continue keeping up appearances, because that would keep them both happy. But is that really true?
Oh.
The buzz of her konri jolts Kiriri back to her senses. She hastily brings up the message, thinking it's some urgent business from a coworker. But upon noticing the name displayed, she immediately freezes up. Aso Yukari, the name of her mother. A lot has happened today. Iria, I'm back. I see you're still awake. I thought you'd already gone to bed. In any case, I'm going to sleep now. How about you? Iria doesn't seem to be asleep, but she doesn't answer me either. Not even with a yes or no. She doesn't seem to mind me, so I suppose I'll take the same course of action I always do. I start changing in silence. Before I can fully undress, though, I feel her pinch the back of my shirt.
Listen, I got a message from a friend.
A friend? I wasn't aware she had anyone like that in her life. What kind of person are they?
Someone very kind. Someone who's taught me a great many things. But
I can hear Yuria's voice trembling.
she said she was going to die. And then she really did.
I see. Everyone dies eventually. Some end up becoming undead like I have, but the process of death itself is inevitable. It's why people leave offspring as a way to pass on their genes. The endless cycle of life and death is a necessary part of mankind's enduring prosperity. Iria? I can't finish changing unless you let go of me. She's been silently staring at my exposed arm. Traces of the wound that got sewed up at the hospital are still faintly visible on it. I was already running late, but the procedure ended up delaying my return to Iria even further.
So, is this...
Yes, I failed in my mission to kill Mitsumi. My master gave the command, but I couldn't carry out his will. To be honest, my reactions to my ex-brain's instructions have been feeling slower as of late. Iria? Iria is hugging me from behind. Her arms are trembling. I can still tell, just barely, that this is supposed to convey some kind of a message. I'm sorry, Iria. Have I made you sad? I gently touch her cheeks. They're moist with tears. Does this mean that you're happy, or that you're sad? I can no longer tell. The best thing I can do for her is to say what I think out loud. Tell me, Iria, are you happy right now?
Yeah,
She nods.
I've never been happier in my life.
That's good to hear. Iria's happiness is the only thing that matters to me anymore. Oh, she's lying to him. Oh.
Morning, Africa.
Sorry about that. The curtains swing open and light spills into the room. I groggily sit up in bed while rubbing the drowsiness out of my eyes. Is it morning already?
Come on, you need to hurry or you'll be late.
Fine. After hastily dressing myself, I make for the living room. The moment I start walking down the stairs, my empty stomach growls in anticipation of the morning feast that lines the dining table.
Good morning.
Morning. I greet Mom while she busies herself in the kitchen. The person silently reading the morning paper at the table is Dad. Never the sourpuss, I see. Who knows what's even going on in that skull of his? Well, it's not like I care, and I have no time for idle chit-chat. I gotta hurry or I'll be late. Don't mind if I do. Start wolfing down breakfast. There's rice, miso soup, a piece of grilled fish, hijiki, and some seaweed to go with it. As traditionally Japanese as it gets. And it's about as bursting with flavor as you'd expect.
Hey.
Kitty tries to pick off a grain of rice stuck to my face. As her hand brushes against my lips, I open my mouth. And move closer to her finger.
Efika, come on now. We're family, remember?
I'm sorry, Kitty. Unable to endure the dream any longer, I open my eyes. Man, dreams like this are just too much. First it was yesterday's hallucination, now this. I really need to stop sleeping here. For some reason, I always end up coming back. I noticed that it's gotten dark. Damn, my day and night have completely switched places. I'd love to just continue sleeping, but for me to have another dream like that, then yeah, no thanks. I gotta be up and about. But what can I even do at this point? I know I'm not cut out for office work. So what then? Become a hired muscle for the Mafia? Or get involved with the underground martial arts scene? Hell, I could become someone's lover, too. And by someone, I mean a hot rich lady. Nah, screw all that. Boy, now I feel like shit, too. Great. Anyway, here's hoping some coffee will help. I open our can of early bird, put the beans on the filter, and... oh, wow. We're almost out. As I drip the coffee and allow its sweet, familiar aroma to caress my nostrils, I start to think. I don't really find this coffee particularly tasty. Actually, let's be honest, it tastes like shit. Let's see. Ugh, yeah, definitely tastes like shit. But not having this flavor to go with my mornings would kind of bum me out. In fact, I really miss it. I wonder where Ryoko bought it. I never asked her. I try looking up her receipts, but end up finding nothing that would get me closer to the answer. And again, this feels like the kind of stuff you'd buy with cash, not with digital currency. I guess I'll go hit up Amihoko. To live means to constantly change. We buy things we don't have, taste food we never eaten before, listen to music we were unfamiliar with, and learn things we didn't know before. The people who come to Amihoko are driven by fundamental human desires such as wanting to eat or buy things, which is why the place is always bustling with life. Actually, let me rephrase that. Right now, Amihoko is livelier than it's ever been. Wherever you look, there's faces beaming with content smiles. It's pretty obvious to see why. Subcon's latest music video, accompanied by the melodious echo of her synthetic voice, sings of a bright future. There's no need to fear the suicide wannabes anymore. The Ice Age may have devastated the planet. Here in Tokyo, the warmth of life is maintained by a network of hot pipes. The city is safe under the watchful eye of the military police. Things are only going to get even better from here on out. That's the general impression you get from the smiles on everyone's faces. Filled with hope. It may be a fragile illusion, a clever deception, but people need to cling on to hope in order to survive. What's so wrong about that? Nothing. Nothing at all. The only one who's wrong here is me. All I'm doing is seething with jealousy because my own hopes have been crushed. I wander the streets of Amihoko, having already forgotten why I even came here in the first place. I drift from place to place like a snowflake in the wind. Only I, too, could melt at the warm updraft and vanish for good. It's about time I owned up to it. I've been acting like a child. I held my own feelings in the highest possible regard. I thought nothing was more important than staying true to myself. But that was just...
Good evening.
I doubt my own eyes. Is this another hallucination? She's standing right in front of me. Katie?
Hi, Africa. Do you have time?
Huh? Oh, sure, yeah.
Wanna go on a date with me?
What?
Like I said, a date.
A date?
You don't wanna?
Oh, I do. I absolutely do.
Good.
Katie just asked me out on a date? I could feel the touch of her hand against mine. Warm, soft. Most definitely not a hallucination. Our date takes us here. To our usual place.
This is so good.
Katie's face blossoms into a full smile as she tastes her halo halo. She got a strawberry one.
That didn't come through.
Oh. Me, I went for matcha. It's what we always pick.
We're lucky they're still open.
Yeah. We made it here just as the Halo Halo stand was about to close up shop. Due to the Botanical Garden's faux tropical climate, ice cream tastes just right even after nightfall. Or it should, at least. I'm not tasting much of anything myself. Must be the result of my rapidly deteriorating undead body.
Huh? What do you mean?
Sometimes it just fucking... Whoa, hold on. I'm not dead just yet.
Mika?
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah?
Are you holding up alright?
Are you?
Well,
She doesn't immediately answer. We're both lying to each other. And we're both fully aware of that. But we gotta draw the line somewhere. I'd rather not lie to her if I can help it. I want to say how I truly feel. God, this is a pain. Do you have anything planned for the future?
Wait,
not really.
other way around.
Do you have anything planned for the future?
Not really. Although it says a lot that this conversation could go both ways.
I'm guessing you have savings then.
I was like, that's not an Ethica question.
Sort of, yeah. I didn't have much use for all the bounties I collected. I just might stay between jobs for a while.
I suppose it can't hurt to have some time off now and then.
Yep. Silence. The worst kind, too. Feeling pressured, I finally speak up. How about you? Still busy as usual? Actually, you're probably busier than ever.
Well, you could say that. But it is my job.
Your job, huh? Jobs. Work. Duties. Oh, god damn it. I'm at my wit's end. I can't take this anymore. I rise from my seat and sit back down next to Kitty. I'm sorry, Kitty. What's really going on?
What do you mean?
Kitty tries to dodge the question. I could tell she's startled, but I look her straight in the eye. I mean, there's gotta be a reason for this. You sort of came to meet me out of the blue.
Listen, Ethica.
Huh?
I'll tell you the truth.
Kitty draws closer, and now it's me who's feeling kind of startled. Her scent washes over my nostrils. The sweet smell of lotus flowers. Our lips are close enough that I can feel her breath against my skin. But to me, it's like we're worlds apart. Part of me knows I should let go, but another part wants to hold her close. It's one hell of an internal struggle, but in the end...
Let's kiss.
Huh? Wait, where did that come from?
You don't want to? Don't you want to kiss me?
Well, I mean... Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Oh. Kitty shakes her head before correcting herself.
I want to kiss you, Ethica. I want this. I've always wanted to kiss you, Ethica. Always.
The distance between our lips, which seemed insurmountable just moments earlier, grows shorter and shorter. But why? What's going on? Why is Kitty suddenly...
Ethica.
I close my eyes. Sorry. Ethica turns her face to the side.
Narration.
Oh wait, this is my bad.
Ethica turns her face to the side without opening her eyes. With nowhere else to go, Kiriri's lips remain slightly parted.
I'm sorry, Kitty. But I can't.
Wild, can you try that again?
Okay. I'm sorry, Kitty. But I can't.
Much better.
Refusing to even meet Kiriri's gaze, Ethica stands up and turns to leave. All Kiriri can do is watch her go. She doesn't chase after her. She can't. Drowned in the scent of lotus flowers, she slumps down near the edge of the pond, listening to Ethica's fading footsteps, while gazing up at the cloudy sky stretching beyond the glass ceiling. Her taxi waits outside the botanical garden, with Kazuma still inside.
Welcome back. Sorry I took so long.
Don't be. I chose to wait here.
Kazuma hands Kiriri a handkerchief without turning to look at her.
Here.
Huh?
Your eyes are still wet.
Thank you.
Kazuma's thoughtfulness is appreciated. And with that, their taxi takes off in self-drive mode.
You did your best.
Kazuma's well aware of Kiriri's complicated relationship with Ethica. She also knows how to treat her at times like this.
You were fully prepared to get hurt, weren't you? Yeah. You even braced yourself for something like this, right? Yeah. But you still couldn't hold your feelings in. That means they're genuine. You're really brave for having told her.
Wait, you want to do it again?
No, all good.
Okay.
Just...
The future may look bleak and uncertain. It might hold nothing but failures and rejection. Yet, in spite of all that, you stay true to yourself and pursue your desires. Kiriri believes she's finally managed to imitate a way of life she's always envied. The pain that feels like a dagger in her heart is simply the price she's paid for it. She'll continue to keep moving forward through the pain. She must.
Take this.
The gun Kazuma has just handed to her is a re-eliminator, the symbol of the Close Quarters Armed Martial Arts Training Unit.
Our magazine's got 30 bullets. I swiped it from Major General Kibanohara's desk, so it shouldn't trigger any alarms.
Kiriri's voice lowers to a whisper as she continues staring at the gun in her hand.
Kazuma. Thank you.
Kazuma averts her gaze.
Come on, don't start crying on me again. Jeez. You're gonna make it back safe and sound. I know.
At long last, the taxi comes to a halt. Kiriri inhales, bracing herself. She has no regrets, nor does she fear failure. She's going to see this through to the end. Kiriri looks up at the twin towers looming above her.
I'll see you later then.
You bet you will.
Kazuma watches as Kiriri walks toward the building. The twin towers located near the western edge of Tokyo overlook the city like a pair of ominous giants. The hot pipes encircling the buildings are at a disadvantage against the biting, wintry cold descending from the sky above. Snow often accumulates on the rooftops. The night is cold enough to eat into one's bones. Upon entering HQ, Kiriri makes for the elevators. She wonders if it's her anxiety that's making the building feel this cold. Memories flash through her mind as she approaches her destination. She'll never forget how much she owes him. But even in spite of that, no. That's exactly why she must do the right thing as a member of the military police, an organization that's sworn to protect this city. Steadying her steps, Kiriri continues onward. Having already booked an appointment in advance, she's allowed through by the guard without issue. She briefly closes her eyes and crosses the point of no return.
Excuse me?
Her stern, dignified voice rings out in the dark of the office. Attempting to hide her fear, she makes her way into the room with an air of authority.
Major General Kibanohara, we need to talk.
I can only assume your report of Ethica being injured was a lie.
He doesn't even turn to face Kiriri while addressing her.
Yes, sir. It was necessary evil.
So, what was so important that you'd want to meet me in person?
Would you mind explaining what this is?
The hologram Kiriri pulls up with her Konri displays a prison cell filled to the brim with the living dead. Most of them are ghouls, pushing and shoving each other in an attempt to break free.
This video is marked with yesterday's date. Why are the droves of undead that Milgram prepared for his takeover of the city now being held by the military police? Ghouls without a master are bound to go berserk and will attack people indiscriminately. Why haven't they been re-eliminated?
Where did you learn about this?
If you refuse to dispose of them,
Who told you about it?
Kiriri can't immediately answer. Merely remembering that abrupt message she received last night in the taxi makes her heart ache.
Asuyukari, my mother.
What?
To be more specific, it was Sori Ayuka, the android housing my mother's personality. She also told me that her own soul would soon be lost.
Major General Kibanohara falls silent for a brief moment. An almost imperceptible ripple of emotion runs across his stern features. Kiriri feels like it's a sign of Asuyukari's importance. The faint glimmer of hope she's been looking for.
She's gone then.
My mother worried about you until her very last moment. Okuyasu, sir. I'm begging you, please stop doing things that would only make her cry.
The Major General remains silent. He simply closes his eyes. Kiri has no way of telling what past memories his mind has drifted back to. But by the time he opens his eyes again, his hesitation is no more.
With its leadership changing, Tokyo is now in a state of disorder.
I just want to say, Wild, doesn't Hokuyasu feel like the kind of guy we should get Mike to voice?
Yeah?
I'm not saying we should, try to find him right now, but...
I didn't think you would, because that's insane.
yeah. I don't even know what Mike's schedule is. But, for the Kiriri route, I'm beginning to think we should probably try to get him on board the library, just as a guest.
And that's not my call, so.
I mean, yeah, fair. Anyway.
By using Hogyo Irio's advanced empathy in conjunction with substance concept song, we managed to maintain a veneer of peace. But we're treading on thin ice. One wrong move and the entire city could erupt into violent rebellion. Which is all the more reason why my plans must be carried out.
Your plans?
Kiriri parrots back the words in a trembling voice.
Tokyo is disastrously overpopulated. It cannot sustain any more people. Drifters, criminals, the elderly. Weak links in the chain of Tokyo's renewed prosperity. All of them.
Population control? You think that's the right way to handle this?
There is a woman called Rorschach among the survivors of the leper.
You cut out.
I did? Okay. There is a woman called Rorschach among the survivors of the laboratory. A large number of ghouls will be unleashed upon the city, and she will serve as the scapegoat. The streets of Tokyo will see a revival of the Sino-American War.
Not letting you do that.
Kiriri pulls out the re-eliminator she smuggled through security from under her clothes. The gun shakes in her grip, but its muzzle is aimed straight at Major General Kibanohara's back.
You've gone mad. No sane man would plot to save a city by allowing ghouls to ravage it. I don't know what horrors you witnessed in the war. However,
Do not mistake my intention. It's not the war itself I detest. Rather, it's the people of Tokyo. When we returned from the battlefield, having risked our lives to protect them, they welcomed us with mockery and scorn. To the people who were in the process of healing, the Sino-American War, a conflict that ended with neither victory nor defeat, was a piece of painful history they'd rather forget. For it served no other purpose than to uproot the lives of the citizenry. In the end, the people of Tokyo vented their building frustrations on those who took part in the war. The returning veterans of the Self-Defense Army were condemned for the inhumanity of having re-eliminated their undead comrades. Necromen, whose abilities had turned the very tide of the war for the army, were similarly shunned and had to find new employment in a legal underground circle. As the former commander of the CQ-AMA training unit, transferring over to the military police to establish the private special living dead stalker system was my only means of protest. On a battlefield ruled by necromancers where you must kill the dead in order to survive, having someone to fight, someone to protect, was the only thing holding us together. Having already discarded his own emotion, fine. How was a man expected to stay singing when the very people he fought to protect look at him with contempt and disdain? The people of this city must feel the anguish we endured on their own skin.
you're wrong.
Okuyasu remains calm in the face of Kiriri's biting condemnation.
Do you really?
Do you really think you can shoot?
Okayasu, sir. I'm doing what my mother entrusted me with. And
Her fingertip grazes the trigger.
I will stop you, even if it means killing you.
As the words leave her lips, Kiriri pulls the trigger. Okuyasu's coat remains unscathed. As it turns out, the bullet that went for his heart was made of plastic. Kiriri's re-eliminator isn't even loaded with live ammunition.
Wouldn't that be like one of the first things you fucking check?
Normally, yeah. But, Kiri just... She was just caught up in everything. She
makes a split-second decision. Turning her back on Hokuyasu's icy gaze, she flees the room in a frantic hurry.
It's all too late now.
His words ring almost prophetic. Kiriri runs down the hallway as if to escape his voice. Hold it! Upon leaving Hokuyasu's office, she's immediately stopped by a guard. Being held at gunpoint, she raises both hands in a show of surrender while inching closer to the guard, only to spring into action a moment later. Kiriri kicks up her long skirt, knocking the guard's rifle out of his hand and causing him to lose his balance. Having successfully disarmed her opponent, she then smacks him in the head with the heel of her palm. Also, Kiriri's status as a decorated major of the military police isn't merely for show. Moreover, she spent years surrounded by CQC experts like Ethica and Hokuyasu. She has no trouble disarming opponents that underestimate her abilities, simply because she's a woman. Maintaining her composure, Kiriri picks up the guard's rifle and aims it at his legs.
I'm sorry.
The resulting spray of blood is dusky red in color. Kiriri dashes for the elevator and starts frantically pressing at the call button. The floor lamps light up at an agonizingly sluggish rate, while the wires of the elevator begin moving with a low metallic groan. Meanwhile, the guard Kiriri has just disarmed shambles toward her from behind. Leaving a trail of dusky red blood on the floor, he shows no signs that he is feeling any sort of pain. The living dead possess no emotions. As such, one need not show any mercy when re-eliminating them. A quick bullet through the brain is all that's required. Yet Kiriri finds herself unable to pull the trigger, and instead hits the guard with the butt of her gun. She then discards the rifle and flees into the freshly opened elevator. Oh, okay. Stopped it too early. Well, whatever. She throws a quick glance at her Konri. She's unable to connect to the mesh network. It's being jammed. Even the internal lines accessible only by military police personnel have been blocked. Surrounded by the low hum of the moving elevator, Kiriri racks her brain, trying to make sense of the situation. All the while, she struggles to fight off the urge to scream. What's a living dead doing here? Did Milgram's underlings infiltrate the building? That can't be. Kibanohara Hokuyasu is entirely too vigilant for that to happen. He intentionally stationed an undead guard in front of his office, which can only mean... As Kiriri steps out onto the hallway to switch elevators, she bumps into a familiar face. Major Aso, what's wrong? You look pale.
Nagaoka. Watch out!
Kiriri's sense of relief is abruptly dispelled by a scream coming from Iria. That didn't come through.
Kiriri!
Out of pure reflex, Kiriri breaks into a sprint. As she flees, a series of gunshots whiz past her. Without looking back, she makes a mad dash down the emergency staircase. She's too scared to check who fired those shots. A cold air hangs heavy in the building. Meanwhile, wafting through the corridors is a very particular smell, the stench of rotting flesh. The entire floor reeks of death and decay. Standing in Kiriri's path are two military police officers, a man and a woman, both clearly undead. Temperatures have been kept intentionally low to help preserve their rotting bodies. In other words, this entire floor is filled with the dead. Whoever used necromancy on them possesses authorization to regulate the building's air conditioning. Kiriri keeps on running, trying desperately not to throw up. Yet no matter which floor she flees to, it's simply no use. The living dead are everywhere. Every single floor of the building has been tainted by necromancy. The twin towers of the military police have become a fortress of the dead.
Does that mean that even Captain Nagisa? It would explain why the gun was full of plastic bullets.
Kiriri makes her way down the aerial corridor and bursts into a sick room with the lights off. She mustn't allow panic to overwhelm her. Her first priority is to secure the safest possible escape route and leave the building, just as she's about to double-check a floor plan stored locally on her konri.
This can't be.
She accidentally touches the hand of a patient lying in one of the beds. It's cold as ice. An ominous chill runs down Kiriri's spine. She has a terrible feeling about this. As she timidly looks around the room, she realizes that she's surrounded only by corpses. Other than Kiriri herself, there's not a single living soul in here. Each body, however, has been carefully preserved to be repurposed later. Who could have the power to arrange all this?
I'm sorry, Kiriri. Kazuma?
Kiriri freezes in place. Her tattered mind begs for all this to be a terrible misunderstanding. However, there's no way anyone could have made it through this building without being obstructed by the living dead. So how did Kazuma manage to steal Major General Kibanohara's re-eliminator? And why were its bullets swapped out with plastic ones?
No, it can't be. I can't disobey him. I was ordered to make sure you were acting alone and... No! No! No!
She can take no more. Kiriri sounds a bone-chilling scream, pushes open the door, and flees to another room. She's no longer driven by her sense of justice, nor the need for survival, but simply a desire to reject the cruel reality that's been thrust at her. She finds herself in the ICU, a place for saving lives. Yet right now, the room is filled with enough lemures to turn the whole of Tokyo into a veritable city of the dead.
Oh, Hokuyasu's been doing way more than I thought. The shots I fire from my re-eliminator fail to hit Major Aso, instead leaving tiny bullet marks in the wall. Are my reactions getting slower? I should rely on my X-ray next time. Just as I'm about to give chase. What's wrong, Iria? She's grabbed my arm.
Don't go.
Why?
Because if you do, you'll...
It was Iria who told Major Aso to run a few moments earlier. I don't really understand why.
Please, Zone, stay here with me.
I can't.
Ah,
I shake off her arm. I must follow my orders. They were given by my master, and as such, cannot be disobeyed. The expression on Iri's face, along with the sigh she heaves, are both utterly beyond my comprehension now.
scream here at this time.
I mean, you shouldn't. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
just for a second, my brain.
All right.
What?
To be fair, it's a little unclear.
I'll just. I mean, the text box is how I know.
Ah,
Oh, is it because it's pill shaped?
Yep.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's box shaped, it's Sown. When it's pill shaped, it's Ethica. And when it's neither, it's just narration.
Okay. Overwhelmed by frustration, I bury my head in the cushion. The events of the botanical garden keep on flashing through my mind, and every single time they're accompanied by waves of bitter regret. I wish the darkness would just swallow me whole. That I could sink into this pillow and never come back up. I just want to disappear. This sucks. Also, there's cops outside. Damn it. I want to be with Katie so bad. I might just cry. In fact, I already am. I've always wanted to kiss her. I wanted us to be... Holy shit. Sorry, give a sec.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I wanted us to be more than just friends, just family. It was my one chance to make that dream come true. Should I have just kissed her? There's no way I could have done that. I mean, come on. Asa Yukari is the one who gave birth to me. Which means that Katie and I are actual sisters, related by blood. Who even cares if we're sisters? We're both women either way. So it should totally be fine. It makes no difference. I know full well that it does actually make a pretty big difference. And that comes across in my trembling voice. Kitty and I are half-sisters who share the same blood. Just thinking about it makes me want to crawl up and die. The raw enthusiasm that my love for her fills me with is immediately extinguished by that awful realization. Kitty's probably unaware that we're related by blood. That's why she wanted us to kiss. She took a step further than either of us ever had before. But if we had crossed that line, there would have been no turning back. I wouldn't have been able to resist her. Knowing that, I turned her down. I couldn't bring myself to accept her feelings. If you love something, say that you do. If there's something you hate, kick it aside and move on. I've always lived my life by those rules. Yet, here I am now. I can hear Substance Concept singing fill the room. Yesterday, as I was about to leave the snowbound Nirvana, Sue showed me a diagram of sorts that resembled the tone graph. It was a comparison of the city's crime rate statistics with the locations of Subcon's musical performances, revealing a clear drop in crime in those areas. According to Sue, the military police is essentially using Hokyo Idia's skills as a VR programmer to control the populace of Tokyo. Apparently, Subcon's singing is capable of calming people's emotions. So is this all a piece built on lies? Even if it is, what's wrong with a lie if it helps everyone live in harmony? Should we just give in and start dancing to this old man's tune? Maybe so. I throw a glance at Rabbit Punch leaning against the wall. From what little I can remember, the old man wasn't always an asshole. He used to be strong, kind, firm in his convictions. People knew Kibanohara Hokuyasu as the hero of the Sino-American War, and I revered him as my idol. So when he came back from the war a changed man, my disillusionment in him was fierce, to say the least. He would sacrifice the small for the big, and repress his own emotions for the greater good. I was violently at odds with that way of thinking. I swore I'd never become an adult like that. I would remain a child forever and be proud of it. But I couldn't fulfill my own desires. Katie picked the military police over me. In Tokyo, with its collective emotions stifled, has been lulled into a peaceful stagnation. In the end, my old man was probably right. As much as I hate to admit it. I already prepared myself for all this the moment I learned that Kitty was my biological sister. I pretended things were fine this way, and quietly resigned myself to finally becoming an adult. I'm about to slowly close my eyes. But I can't.
Word from Eva. She slept through her alarm and just woke up.
It'd be like that sometimes.
She's also a little sick.
Oh, hope you can rest well.
A video of Subcon starts playing on the living room monitor. For some reason, I can feel her looking at me.
Ethika, can you hear me?
There's no mistaking it. Kind of hard to make out over her singing, but Subcon definitely spoke with Idia's voice just then.
Wait, what was that?
エチカ、聞こえる？
Okay, no, it's...
As far as I know, she's currently being held by the military police. With the network under their surveillance, she likely couldn't contact me by regular means. What's going on?
Please, it's about Zone. He's going to kill Kitty.
Did I just hear that right? I almost have a hard time believing what you just said. But I know Idia wouldn't lie about this. Something must have happened. Idia, is that...
Please, I'm begging you. Before Zone forgets what it's like to feel pain. Before he completely becomes a living dead. I want you to kill him.
Deity's request conveyed in full. The video subcon abruptly shuts off, allowing an ominous silence to fall over the room. What just happened? Why did Idia contact me? And what's this about Sohn killing Kitty? My brain doesn't get it. But my heart does. Idia's probably in love with Sohn. Which is why she asked me to kill him. In that desperate, half-crying voice of hers. The door of the agency suddenly flies open, prompting me to immediately reach for my rabbit punch by the wall.
Ibanohara?
Having bypassed the lock, Mitsumi enters the room. Her bodysuit is stained in dark, dusky red blood. Mitsumi? What happened? Don't tell me.
Alright. I've just been shot. I've already extracted the bullet.
I do a quick scan with my Conry just in case. The analytical prowess of the Karasuzumi Living Dead Stalker Agency is nothing to scoff at. Putting aside creations of laboratory-class opponents, I can see through the camouflage of your everyday hi-fi with relative ease. Sohn and Ryoko's brainwave patterns have been registered, so it's fairly easy to tell whether or not someone else is under the influence of the same necromancer. That is to say, my old man. The scan finishes. Mitsumi's in the clear. In other words, Mitsumi's wounds are ordinary injuries. And the dark red stains on her suit are just from her own dried up blood. What happened?
I was shot by Nagaoka.
Her words come as a huge shock. Kinda expecting it. Still. Guess I just wasn't ready for it. Was he under orders from my old man? Mitsumi makes a slow, deliberate nod.
Major General Kibanohara plans to take over the city.
The people won't accept that.
Maybe so, but he can still make them obey him. By killing and injecting them with lemures, that is.
Rorschach walks into the living room from behind Mitsumi.
The military police HQ has already been turned into a Tower of the Dead.
A Tower of the Dead? I have a really bad feeling about this. The bastard. He actually went and did that? He murdered all the living and then...
Even I was nearly killed by Nagaoka.
The master-servant relationship between the living dead and the necromancer is a bond stronger than steel. It's the perfect tool to exploit in order to assume complete and unchallenged control of the city. It's also the most efficient way for him to maintain order and establish what he believes to be the correct path for Tokyo. On paper, it makes perfect sense. Just don't believe it. I don't want to.
I spent most of the day following you.
I know where Asukiri headed after your little date.
You do?
Yes. She went to the military police HQ all on her own. The rabbit punch I've been holding.
No.
Oh, why is her face in there?
Don't worry about it. It shouldn't be, probably, but don't worry about it.
Okay, that's so fucking weird.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
The rabbit punch I've been holding falls to the ground with a loud thud. Ah!
Oh no, wait, no, you went for it, so.
All right. Oh god, it's still going.
Right.
Ah! I drive my fist into the wall over and over again. I see my miserably disheveled face reflected in the grim-laden blade of my rabbit punch. Katie and I have always maintained a certain distance. We were both scared to get too close and mess things up. There was obviously a reason why she suddenly changed her mind. And why she asked me for a kiss. Should have given this more thought. Kimonohara Hokuyasu has murdered innocent officers for the sake of his selfish beliefs. He's a madman who thinks he can build an order atop a mountain of corpses. And I'm gonna make him pay. As for Aso Kiriri, she confessed her feelings to avoid lingering regrets, then leapt straight into the lion's den without a further word. I love her more than anything in the world, but I can't just turn a blind eye to something like that. And most of all, I want to punch myself for wallowing in self-pity and getting hung up on trivialities while the girl I adore is in danger. Right. That's it. It all makes perfect sense now. My rabbit punch sounds a shrill roar. This chainsaw's always been my trusty partner, the symbol of my rebellion. The old man's methods are what's correct? Well, fuck that. And why do I keep worrying about having a correct relationship with my sister? What's so wrong with being incorrect? If something gets in my way, I'll kick it aside. If there's someone I don't like, I'll punch him in the goddamn face. If I want a kiss, I'll go get my kiss. Simple as best, as I always say. I'm like an oversized child who refuses to grow up. I know. But that's who I am. Who I've always been. Mitsumi!
Go on.
Rorschach!
Yes.
I'm begging you. I need your help, but I need it more than ever.
And that is where we're going to call it today.
Oh!
Yeah, a
right.
little early, I know, but I have some plans a little bit later, and I need to prepare for them.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
It's just hanging out with a friend, and I need
That's
to
so fun.
eat something before he gets here.
Ooh, exciting. What will you make?
We've got some Thanksgiving leftovers, so
Ooh, yum.
thinking I'll prepare some of that. Well, things are really, really going places here.
So real.
I'm gonna send you guys over to Evan Saba, who, if you don't know, that is the guy who played Brad Vickers in Resident Evil 1.
Ooh.
He's currently playing RE3 Nemesis. So, enjoy, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Until next time, may your story grow ever more interesting. Farewell, everybody.
Pyong pyong. Pyong pyong.
Bye.